Welcome Aries, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I'm going to be reading the chart for you today to tell you what the planets are doing in the skies at the moment and how they may affect you. I'm also going to be pulling cards for you to see what your personal message is for the week ahead. Now, if I talk about houses today, I'm talking about the ascendant signs. So let's get into your reading, Aries. Your cards have already started to fall. We've got the Ace of Wands in the upright position today. That heralds a energy of creative divine inspiration coming into you this week. You could be feeling an extra urge of creating something new or starting a new project. Physically, I believe too, also because we have a grand trine taking place in the sky at the moment between the earth signs. So we currently have, let me have a look what we've got going on in the earth signs. We have got Mercury at 23 degrees. We then have Uranus at 27 degrees, and we have 27 degrees of Taurus, and we have Pluto in Capricorn at 29 degrees. So they're forming a grand trine within the earth signs. Now the earth signs urge you to put in some effort and some energy to become grounded, to work with the earth, to engage in pleasures of the earth, so feelings and senses here. Now I'm feeling with the planets that are sitting in this trining position, we have got the Mercury, which is asking you to learn more. It's asking you to question. It's also asking you to teach, to learn, to speak, to communicate. So this could be social media projects as well, because social media is controlled by Mercury. And we're sitting with that Uranus trining energies. The aspect there is Uranus. And Uranus wants to help you to feel not so trapped in your current existence. It wants you to be doing something that's a little more suited to you and fulfilling to you. It's also the sign of being uniquely you and urging for freedom and wanting to make these changes in your life that allow you to become more truly unique to who you are. Now it is forming an aspect to Pluto. Trining energy means that all these planets are working together because they want to help you. It's positive energy coming together here. Positive energy between Mercury, Uranus and Pluto, all wanting to work together to help you in your current situation. Now Pluto is a planet of great changes and transformations, so it could be bringing in some transformations while we have this aspect occurring, definitely over this whole week for you, because we're looking at the week ahead. Now we have got the Five of Cups in the, are we upright position? We are in the upright position. Sorry, I have a light that shines on the cards and I can't see them where they're sitting on the table. So despair is the energy here. So it's the Five of Cups. So it's feeling like not knowing what to do, not knowing what your next move is, feeling a little bit lost, I feel. And with this current energy that's trining, that's coming in, it's here to help you. It's here to help you not feel trapped. It wants to make the changes and the transformations in your life that will allow you the freedom or the fulfilling energy that you want in your life. Now, because we have this Ace of Wands in the upright position, bringing in beautiful inspiration from the universe, this is what's coming in with this trining aspect. Now we also have Mars forming a trining position to Saturn, so and they're in water signs there. So we've got the card here of news coming. So the Page of Wands brings heralds beautiful new energy from the universe, because your suit of wands is your suit of your spiritual suit. So it's heralding a beautiful, and heralding means bringing in news or bringing in new energy. So new energy being a page, bringing in this new energy with this page and ace on the table also tells me that it could be something you're not experienced in, something you haven't tried before, something you haven't done before, because the pages represent inexperience or learning to do something. Now, because we've got that Mercury sitting in this trining position, it's ideal time to learn some new skills, learn something that's going to help you do what you want to do in your life, or even if it's learning for fun, learning a new skill, a new trade, a new hobby, learning something new in this, and it brings in this great amount of divine creative energy around you. Beautiful energy for you so far, Aries. Now, the cards on the table are quite good, even though we have that Five of Cups, which shows a little bit of energy of not quite sure what to do. Five show a bit of changing energy, so it shows that you're thinking about changing, you're perhaps wanting to change something in your life. And given that we've got that Pluto, which is the planet of great changes and transformations, forming that trining aspect with this help of the energy of new information coming in, new divinely guided information to help you become more uniquely you, or do something that you really love. I feel this is all fitting with what's going on in the planets this week for you, Aries, and I feel you're going to take great advantage of this. Now, checking out what's going on in your sign, Aries, we would still have Chiron there, of course. The other notes that I've made here on the planets that we've got, Pluto and Venus are forming a squaring aspect, very tightly squaring aspect. So we have Venus, let me see where Venus is. Venus is in Libra. This is relevant to you, Aries, because it's your opposition. So in opposition to you right now, playing out in your relationship house, if we're talking the ascendant Aries, playing out in that relationship house, or just generally if it's moon, sun, and ascendant signs, we've got this energy of Venus sitting opposite. So it is actually in that opposition to Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer, and it wants you to work on any past traumas. Now, this can be related to love, relationships, being fair and balance and equality within relationships. It can be also harmony and balance. So making sure that you have fair, balance within your life. So you're giving as much time to relationships or people as you are to yourself, or again, giving enough energy to, say, your work life, love life balance. It's getting that kind of balance going on there. We've got that in a direct opposition there, very, very tight opposition. And what's also playing out there is the aspect of Pluto. So Pluto, which is also squaring you, Aries. So this is why this one's so significant to you, Aries, is because it's playing out within the cardinal signs, which is what you are. And it's at 29 degrees. Pluto, the planet of great changes and transformations. Also willpower. Here I'm feeling, because we're bringing it back now to relationships and people and getting balance, it's you standing up for yourself, you standing up for your rights, you standing up for or redeeming some of your personal power here. So this is all playing out within the cards you can see for the message ahead, but we've also got this playing out that's in the stars at the moment. Now, particularly Aries, if you have a planet in one of the earth signs at the end degrees, say from 23 to 29, this is going to also affect you quite heavily. But you've got this aspect playing out within the cardinal signs. So, and this is the Pluto of Venus forming a tight squaring aspect. So they're both 29 degrees. So they're in the final stages of the houses or planets that signs that they're sitting in. And this is a very tight aspect here between the two. So it's Venus is the planet that rules love, it rules balance, harmony, beauty, art, culture, those kind of things. And as I said, Pluto represents changes and transformations, but also willpower. It can also come into sharing yourself in a deep way with other people, and can be also related to wills or money, other people's money. So those are the couple of things that could be heavily affected this week, Aries. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful week looking forward, and I will see you again next week. For joining me, Taurus, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Now I'm taking a look at the chart and reading what the planets are doing in the skies at the moment and how they may affect you, Taurus. I'm also pulling cards for you for a personal tarot message. Now, Taurus, you're an earth sign, so we've got some big things playing out with the earth signs at the moment in the skies. We have a grand trine between falling in all of the earth signs over this current week. So I'm only looking forward between now and the end of the week. So it will still play out into next week, but we're talking about the week ahead for you, Taurus. So your cards are starting to fall. We've got the king sitting in upright position, sitting in true power. This is the king of thoughts and words. So it's the king of logic and reasoning and strategy here, sitting in his power. We've also got, sorry, the middle card I've got to pull away. It has a light shining on it and I cannot read it. We've got the Six of Cups, and now this can bring in some kind of energy from the past, could come into your energy over this current week. So now let's take a look at this grand trine and how that may affect you, Taurus. First of all, starting in your house, Taurus, we still have Uranus there. Uranus sitting at 27 degrees. Now it's forming a trining aspect over to Virgo. Virgo at 23 degrees, we have the planet of education, logic, thought, reasoning, questioning, speech and communication, and that is Mercury. Well, we've got the Hangman, and that means it's upside down in the upright position, asking you to surrender and go with the changes of the universe today. Also falling out is the Tower card, which I will read the Tower card for you as well, Taurus. It's the extra card that's fallen out for you. Now getting back to this, we also have in that final forming that trining aspect is Pluto over there in retrograde back in Capricorn. So coming back into those signs, the earth signs, so trining energy. Trining energy is positive energy. It's these planets working together harmoniously to help you through your situation. So the planets are working together as how you speak, how you learn, how you communicate, mixing in with being uniquely yourself, or helping you to escape feeling trapped, or wanting you to be seek freedom or find some kind of resolution in your life that makes you feel not so weighed down by the world or weighed down by your responsibilities. It wants to free you and help you find uniqueness or what you really love. Now we also have that Pluto energy, big powerful energy there from planet Pluto. Planet Pluto wants to help you make changes and transformations in your life, which is why we have the Tower card sitting in your spread. So we have this energy, this is the of all the ones that I've picked out to read on today within the planets, or the aspects that they're making. I feel this is the one that's going to influence you the most, Taurus, because it's sitting in you're an earth sign, and this is a grand trine earth sign. So, and here I'm feeling, especially if you've got planets or something big, your ascendant lines, or your aspects or your angles are on late degrees, so from say 23 to 29, there's going to affect you even more, Taurus. But if you don't know where your planets sit in your sign, that doesn't matter. I'm just reading the energies for you between the cards and what's playing out there. So this is the one that's going to affect you the greatest, and it's forming a harmonious aspect together to try and help you through your current situation. So it puts you in your power seat, given that we've got the King of Swords, putting you in a position of power. Now, the King of Swords wants to think about things. He wants to strategize and plan. So he is energy of Mercury, and Mercury is also sitting in this aspect. So when you learn new things, or you speak clearly, or are able to speak your mind in a clear way that comes across very diplomatically, I feel you're going to do best this week. So it's a lot of learning, it's a lot of information processing and communication going on over this week. Now, it could be related to things from the past here for you, Taurus. Could be energy because we've got that Six of Cups energy coming in. You could be working through things that you've been through in the past. You could be working through past issues or problems with people, or you could be working actually coming into contact with somebody from the past, or thinking about somebody from the past over this current week, whether that's a friend, whether that's an old relative, or whether that's a family member. You could be thinking about them in over this current week. Now, the Hangman urges you to surrender, but it also brings in a kind of slow calming energy. So it's a kind of energy of just hanging in there, just hanging around a bit, just, taking it slow. It's not fast-paced energy, it's quite slow, especially because we've got that earth energy. It's quite slow energy. It's all about putting on the work boots and doing what needs to be done also. And speaking of that, we also have a energy of, let me see that one there, we have Neptune and, Jupiter and squaring Mercury. So let's take a look at where Jupiter is. Jupiter is in Gemini, so your sign beside you. It is squaring Mercury, which is sitting in a sign squaring you, so that energy is also going to affect you. So coming off this grand trine energy, this Mercury is quite busy. It's got a lot of aspects playing out, and you've got energy of Mercury on the table with that King of Swords. So I feel it's going to affect you over this current week. Now it affects you in a good way because it's bringing in information, it's bringing in communication, it's a trining energy. These planets work in harmony to try and help you through your situation. But then we also have Jupiter squaring Mercury. Now Jupiter is a planet of big changes, big luck, expansion and growth. It wants to amplify things. It wants to make them bigger, to bring them to your attention. Squaring is a bit of a difficult position, and it's only squaring off a planet that's squaring you. So it's bringing in still a little bit of energy here about a situation might come to be a little bit bigger so that you can be highlighted to you. Now, Tower card, as I said, it's Tower card I always equate to Pluto. I always equate the Tower and Death card. I feel that is the energy of Pluto. Now, when I say death, I mean changes, and transformation, I mean Tower. So here we're bringing in this energy of Pluto because it's sitting trining you, your energy here, Taurus. It's sitting in that trining position to you, Taurus. It wants to help you by making these big changes and transformations. Nothing to fear here. I feel like it's going to, whatever's happening here, it's going to be slow. It's either you having to give in to the situation, having to surrender, having to just go with the flow a little bit more here, or having just to hang back a little bit here with the Hangman in that kind of just waiting position. But I do feel this beautiful energy that's coming in can be related to somebody from the past because we've got the Six of Cups, but I'm feeling we're sitting in our power here, Taurus. We've got good energy for you over the week ahead, so I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you again next week. For joining me, Gemini, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Now I'm going to be reading the chart for you so I can let you know what the planets are doing in the skies at the moment and how they may affect you, Gemini. So I'm also going to be pulling tarot for you just to get a personal message. Now when I talk about houses, Gemini, I am talking about the Gemini ascendants. So let's take a look what's going on. First of all, we still have our, I won't take those two cards, they fell out in a funny way. First of all, we have got, actually one of them wants to come out. Let's bring that one there out. And what the card we have brought out is the Six of Cups in the reverse position, and that's asking you to let go. So we'll see what that could be. So let's have a look. First of all, we've got Jupiter sitting in your first house, Gemini. So, or just it's in your sign, whether your sun, so it could be sitting with your natal moon or your natal sun, or it could be sitting in your first house. So Jupiter is a planet of luck, expansion and growth, as I've said for the last few weeks, because it's going to be here for a lot longer. So it's the energy for you to take advantage of. It wants to make things bigger. Now also be aware that it could also occasionally can bring weight gain. It wants to expand things, especially if it's your first house, or it wants to expand your presence in the world, your personality even. It wants to make that bigger if you're an ascendant. So we've got that sun energy sitting there. Now if it's your natal sun that it's sitting on, depending on how closely it is to the time, it's 20 degrees currently in the sky, 20 degrees of Gemini. If it's sitting next to your sun, it wants to expand your way of presenting yourself to the world, expanding your vitality, expanding how you're seen and how you express yourself in the world. Gemini is a sign of communication and expression as well. So it wants to make that bigger, and it wants to make you go bigger with those kind of things. Now with your moon, if you're a natal moon sitting with your Jupiter, it's wanting you to connect more with on an emotional level. So it could be making your emotions a bit bigger. There could be mood swings. There could be bigger emotions going on for you. But Jupiter currently is squaring Mercury. Mercury is your ruling planet. Now it is forming a squaring position over there in Virgo. Virgo 23 degrees and Jupiter is at 20 degrees. So this is asking you to expand the communication. So it's either to expand your learning or your knowledge and taking in more information, because Mercury also represents education, information, and it wants to expand on this with Jupiter. It could bring in opportunities for you, Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet of opportunities. So there could be some great opportunities coming in for you. Now let me just take a look. There if it's sitting over there in a Virgo, for you Gemini, that's going to be your 4th house. So this could be spanning opportunities for communication within your family, or expanding opportunities around your home coming up for you if you're a Gemini ascendant. Now, the big thing that's playing out in the skies this week is the grand trine in the earth signs. So we've got this energy of these planets harmoniously working together, and that is Mercury, which is your ruler, so it does affect your energy, Gemini, and that is sitting in trining aspect to Uranus, which wants you to be uniquely yourself, over there with Pluto wanting to make great changes and transformations to help you be more unique. Now, how does this affect you, Gemini? We've got Mercury. It's the Mercury in Virgo that is affecting you the most there, because it's your ruling planet sitting over there, and it is forming part of this trine that's happening in the skies at the moment. So it does affect you. The other things that are affecting you, Gemini, let me have a look over here and see. There's nothing in opposition for you. Just checking over in your other planets, we do have Saturn. What the biggest planets that are playing out in the sky and at the moment that affect you, Gemini? We have got Saturn at 14 degrees in Pisces, so therefore that is a squaring aspect to you, which is a little bit of a challenging aspect. Saturn is a challenging planet also, so sitting there in the squaring position is Saturn and Jupiter. So Saturn and Jupiter, there's about 6 degrees between them in that squaring aspect, so there could be a little bit of challenges about things being heightened to come to your attention what needs to be dealt with. Now, given that we've got this beautiful trining energies with this grand trine in the suit of earth signs, so I'm feeling that's giving you the energy to put your work boots on and do what has to be done here to get through any hurdles or challenges that are coming your way or that have been in your vicinity over the last few weeks. It's time to put those work boots on and use this combined beautiful energy between Pluto, Uranus and Mercury to help you overcome any obstacles, because we've got that aspect, that squaring aspect with your sign there between Jupiter and Saturn. And then we also have another squaring energy from you, Gemini, over there in Virgo, and that's 23 degrees. So that's only 3 degrees between the two of them. So that's quite a tight aspect there. So therefore, that's communication, as I mentioned already. It wants to enhance your communication. It wants to enhance your learning. It wants to expand your information or expand the way your speech or communication here is very important for you. So they're the ones that's playing out at the moment that I feel affect you the most, Gemini. Let's take a look at your cards over here. We've got the letting go cards, 6 of Cups in the reverse position. This is energy of the moon, and currently right now we have got the moon sitting in your sign, Gemini. So it's all about emotions. When we're talking about letting go of emotions or letting it out, letting emotions out, also I'm feeling with this energy here. It could be things that have happened in the past. It could be kind of a letting go of things that you've pushed down and built up, and you need to release them. You need to let them go. And I'm feeling that's happening over this next couple of days while we've got moon in your sign there. So moon is sitting in your house right at the moment today. So if I just skip forward, I can have a look to see how long that is, because I feel that's important. So moon will also be there tomorrow, and then moon, it moves out. So it's in your sign today and tomorrow. So this could be a releasing or a letting go of emotions for you, Gemini. And then it moves into its own home sign of Cancer next door to you. So then we also have on the table, we have got the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. Here it's saying that there's a possibility that you may be refusing any assistance that's coming your way. It's like you're holding on to things, you're not wanting to let them go, you're not wanting to release, you're not wanting to do what needs to be done here. The Empress sits in the middle, and she is in the upright position. Now she's asking you at this time to be kind to yourself. We do have quite a hard, difficult aspect playing out in the planets at the moment, with that Jupiter and that Saturn energy. There, I'm feeling. Now it is the Saturn doesn't affect you, but it is also trining Mars energy at the moment. So that's giving it a bit of boost of ambition or motivation. So it's giving it a boost of energy, again, because that Mars is sitting in Pisces. Now, they're all connected. They're connected by okay, how are they connected? Jupiter is connected to Saturn. Jupiter's in your house. Saturn's in an aspect that is squaring aspect to you, which is quite a challenging aspect. But then the trining energy to that is Mars. So that Mars is giving that Saturn a boost. It wants to give it a push or a drive of motivation. So it's and the Mars is sitting in Cancer. Cancer is the energy of the moon and the energy of emotions. It's the energy of wanting to, as family members, also mother and or mothering, and it's also energy wanting to protect your family or protect what's yours. It's also wanting to hide in your shell and hide away. Now, this is what I'm feeling around you, Gemini. I'm feeling that because we've got that Five of Pentacles in the reverse position, saying you're not really working through things properly, and it's asking you to use these planets more advantageously this week by putting on work boots and taking this drive and boost of energy to help you move through this situation, or help you do what needs to be done to release anything you're holding on to as far as emotions are concerned. Now, the nurturing Empress, she's sitting in the middle, and she's just saying that she wants kindness and compassion around you. She's encircling you in a bubble of kindness and compassion at the moment, because it feels like that's what's needed. But you are needing to release and let go of things that either burdens or grudges or pain, trauma that you've been hanging on to. It's asking you to kind of let go and release a little bit over these next 2 days. And the kindness of that Emperor and that nurturing energy with that moon sitting in your planet at the in your sign at the moment, Gemini, that energy is asking you to release, to let go of emotions at this time, because that's going to be good for you. So I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, Gemini. It's just these first 2 days it could be a little bit more challenging. I feel that the energy after that, if you can release, is going to be much more freeing for you. So I will see you again next week, Gemini. Welcome, Cancer, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I'm going to be reading the astrology chart for you to let you know what the planets are doing in the skies at the moment and how they may be affecting you. I'm also going to be pulling your tarot just to get a personal message for you for the week ahead. Now, if I talk about houses, I'm talking about the ascendant sign, but this reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Ascendant. So let's take a look to see what's coming up for you for the week ahead. So first of all, we've got coming up within the next 2 days, in about 3 days time. So in this current week, we have got Moon moving into your sign, Cancer. Moon rules Cancer, so it's going to be very happy there. The energy is quite calming and quite homely. It feels safe and protected, and the energy just feels nice. It doesn't feel challenging at all. Now, what else do we have coming up around you in the skies at the moment? We've got a grand trine in the earth signs. So we've got this energy of Pluto, education, communication, trining Uranus at the moment, which is us being more unique or being uniquely yourself, and then also trining Pluto. Helpful energies are these planets coming together to make changes and transformations. Now, let's see what's affecting you in this current week, Cancer. So first of all, I'm looking at your trining energy, which is, and I didn't mention, you've got Mars sitting in your first house or in your next to your natal moon or sun, and Mars wants to give you a bit of extra energy, a bit of an energy boost. It wants to push you forward. It can bring conflict because Mars is the planet of battles and confrontation, or particularly with that energy of Mercury, but it also is this energy of competitiveness going on around you. So this energy of competitiveness being the Mars sitting in your house. So just be aware of that could be, you could be triggered by that Mars energy. Now we have, as I said, we're going to have the moon coming into contact with the Mars. So it's going to be in, and let me just move forward and have a look when that's happening. So 3 degrees will go there on that day. So that will be on the 26th. On the 26th, we're going to have a conjunction between the moon and, so I'm going back to today, the moon and Mars. So this could bring emotions that could come forward. It could be pleasure emotions. It could be emotions of confrontation or battles, but it could be emotions around challenging energy there. So being careful with your words here. I'm seeing, looking here at the 5 of Swords in the upright position, and about having battles or conflicts with other people, because we have that moon sitting so closely, and your emotions could be heightened over this time, which could form confrontations or competitiveness, or you to just be quick-witted, or just say what comes to your, like, not process what you're thinking and just say it, and it could, some of those words could come out a little bit sharp or emotional at this time. Now we've got the King of Pentacles sitting in the upright position. He's saying just be wise with your money at this time. Don't go overspending here. Now what else is going on in these cardinal signs? Let's take a look at what's going on in your opposition. We have got, not quite in, so over there we've got the Pluto energy in opposition to you, but it's not quite making a tight aspect to Mars yet, but it is sitting over there in your opposite house. So if you are a Cancer ascendant, then in your relationships house across from you, you've got Pluto. Pluto is sitting there in retrograde. It's gone back over there into Capricorn, and it is there for making sure that you've made any of the necessary changes that you were supposed to make over the last few years when it comes to relationships. It's the planet of changes and transformations. So if you avoided them, it's gone back into your sign just to make sure that you've got things sorted over there in your relationship house. And that goes for things like how you share your money with your partner or your relationships, or how you assert yourself or your willpower within your relationships. Those are the kind of energies that needed to be sorted out over the last few years, and it's dipped back over there in your opposition in your 7th house of relationships, just to make sure that you've done that. Now we do have the 3 of Swords in the upright position for you, Cancer. As I said, emotions are going to be a little bit more heightened, particularly around the 26th of this week. And that energy with the Pluto over there in your relationship house, if you're an ascendant, Cancer, that could bring a little bit of tension around your heart or your emotions here. I'm feeling really strongly around that. Now just looking to see if there's anything else going on for you. I'm going to look at positive signs for you, because you've got some quite heavy cards on the table for you, Cancer. So trining you, the energies trining you at the moment is definitely Saturn over there in Pisces. Saturn wants you, it's a challenging planet. It says that things could be challenging around you, but you've got the motivation and the drive and the determination to do what needs to be done here. You know what needs to be done. So here the energy of Mars bringing in this boost of energy or strength, motivation, passion to do what needs to be done to overcome the challenges that Saturn brings. So given that it's a trining aspect to you, it's here to help you. So it's here to help you sort the stuff out, do what needs to be done to sort through whatever issues are going on around you, whatever's causing this conflicting and this heart emotion around you. It's asking you to do the work now, and you will be rewarded once you work through this situation. Don't just ignore it. You need to work through this situation too, and whether that involves communication, because it is, as I said, there's that trining aspect at the moment, the grand trine, which affects your opposite sign. So your sign across from you is Capricorn, which is an earth sign. It is affected currently by that trining aspect, which is Mercury, communication, and changes around the Pluto sitting over there, and the uniquely you, the Uranus wanting to free you from any situation that's making you feel weighed down or trapped. So quite heavy energy around you at the moment. Cancer, looking for something positive for you now for the week ahead. Let's look for something beautiful for you. We've got, because even though I looked for the trining energies of Saturn over there in Pisces, it's still quite heavy energy. It's still requiring you to put in a great deal of effort and energy to get through the situation. Hermit in the reverse position could bring a feeling of feeling isolated, or a little bit of isolation. I'm trying to pull a positive card for you here, Cancer, for the week ahead. So let's have a look for you. Okay, so I try and just read in here. We've got a king in a reverse, a king in reverse, and he's in reverse, so he's not sitting in his power, or it could be somebody around you that is being sharp-tongued with words or abusing their power. Again, it's pulling in that energy that's going on with the Pluto across from you. Pluto in opposition to you is all about willpower and dominance. So I'm feeling there's a little bit of this energy going on with the within relationships around you that you're needing to kind of work through. Maybe it's making you feel isolated. Maybe it's wanting to kind of hide away from it all. But I'm feeling like it's quite intense energy, but it is asking you to kind of work through this energy. But just be aware that we've got on the 26th, we're going to have, it's going to be more emotional for you, so try not to work through anything on the 26th when it comes to these situations. So thank you so much for joining me, Cancer. I will see you again next week. From Leo, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Okay, I'm going to be reading the chart for you and letting you know what the planets are doing in the skies at the moment and how they may affect you. Now, it is it is a Libra season, and I didn't mention that in any of the other readings, even though I was aware that it's just clicked over there today into that change of signs. So let's take a look. I'm just clearing a bit of energy from the Cancer energy as I move into your energy here, Leo. So let's take a look at your sign first of all. Leo, we're quite quiet over there. I'm feeling it's a little bit calmer. Now we've got some energy. Let's have a look. We've got across from you is quite empty as well. There's nothing going on in your opposition or in your 7th house. So no great dramas or anything there. Now sitting over there in a squaring aspect to you, we have got Taurus energy. We have got the Uranus sitting there. Uranus wants to make great changes and transformations for you to be uniquely you. So this energy is squaring you at the moment. So it is asking you to, anything that's coming in is just for your highest good, so you can be more uniquely yourself. Or you could be actively already doing something that feels really you, I'm feeling, and you're trying to work this energy into your life as a whole. So and to do more of this. So you're trying to find balance, I'm feeling, within your life to be able to do more of what you really want to do that fulfills your soul here with this Uranus energy squaring. There we go. So let's have a look at, we've got some signs out here. We've got the Judgment card. Judgment card is like coming into a state of call to action, call to duty. I'm feeling it's what I'm being told. It's an energy of awakening, but it feels to me like you're coming into your own here. So it's really energy of feeling you know what you want to do, or you know who you really are. It's awakening that's stirring within you for you to become who you really are. We've got the Resilience, the 9 of Wands. So it's a little bit of holding back energy here, and that feels to be because you're holding back because there's other things you have to do, and you can't quite just do whatever it is that you want to be doing because I feel you've got other burdens or responsibilities or duties or a job or something that's you have to do. So there's a little bit of resilience there that's allowing you just to be your own unique true self here. And when I say that, I mean do what you love. So to do what fulfills you and what lights you up. So taking a look, Leo, what's going on around you and how we're affected. I'm going to take a look at I did the trining, I did your squaring signs. Let's look at what planets are in the sky to help you at the moment. We have got fire signs. I know Sagittarius is quiet over there in Aries. There's a little bit happening. We've still got a bit of energy working through things from the past or working through any traumas. We could be starting to now change them around to be able to teach others and help other people through things that you've gone through yourself. So these energies, and I'm really feeling time to shine for you, even though it's not coming anywhere. There's nothing really playing out in your house, but I'm really drawn to tell you that it's your time to shine here, because I'm most drawn to this card. So let's have a look at what else is going on around for you. And as I said, I don't know if I've mentioned that there is a trining aspect, a grand trine in the sky at the moment between Mercury, Uranus and Pluto. They're all forming a grand trine, and that's helpful energies to work through things. So we've got the moon coming up into your sign very late in the week. Let's see if it falls within this week. Let's see, we've got the moon entering on the 28th of September, so it will be this week. So towards the end of the week, this current week that I'm reading on, we have got the moon entering into your first house, or against your natal moon or against your sun. So here it brings in energies of nurturing or emotional fulfillment, and looking at how you can get emotional fulfillment. This is particularly towards the end of the week here, Leo. So let's pull one more card for you to see what else is coming up. I feel there's a little bit of quietness around the planets here for you. Now we've got the perspective card, we've got the Four of Cups in the reverse position. Now it wants you to look at things from a different point of view. So where you're putting in, where there seems to be some kind of resilience, where you feel like there's blocks, you're not moving forward. I'm just trying to see why that could be. When I talk about blocks, I go straight to Saturn. So when the energy here to me feels like maybe things aren't lining up as easy as what you thought or what you're hoping for, but it's asking you to look at the situation from a different perspective. Perhaps things are happening because they're meant to happen. They're meant to happen so you can move more into this awakening energy with the Judgment card there. So I'm feeling moving forward for you, Leo, over this current week. It's trusting in the universe a little bit more, not being so resilient to changes that's coming up around you. The Wands card is all about spiritual, or trusting in the universe, because it's your spiritual realm. So it's engaging more and tapping more into your own judgment, but allowing spirit to guide you, or allowing the universe to guide you, and not being so resilient to any changes. You need to perhaps look at a situation from a different perspective that's going on around you, and look at maybe from somebody else's point of view. Even though there's nothing going on in opposition to you at the moment over there in the relationship house, if you're an ascendant Leo, I'm still feeling you need to look at a situation from a different perspective to and maybe look at the grand big picture here of how things are going to play out, or why things are happening around you. So thank you so much for joining me, Leo. I will see you again next week. Virgo, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I'm reading your astrology chart to let you know where the planets are at the moment and how they may be affecting you. I'm also going to pull the tarot for a personal message. Now, you are affected by a very big aspect in the sky at the moment, Virgo. We have got a grand trine forming between Mercury, Uranus and Pluto in the earth sign. So that does affect you, particularly if you are one of your angles, or your ascendant, or your descendant, or your one of your planets are sitting in degrees, later degrees, being say from 22 to 29. It's going to affect you even more. So, but what's playing out here with this big energy, I'm going to start with this one here. We've got the Queen of Wands, and she's sitting in her power. It's very optimistic energy. It's great energy, and it is great energy that's playing out because we've got this trining energy, this grand trine. Grand trine is when planets all come together in the same sign, in the same elements. So we're talking here earth element, but it comes together to help each other, and to help you through certain situations. So what's coming to help you? It is the Mercury that's sitting in your sign at the moment at 23 degrees. Mercury wants to give you more information. It wants to help you learn. It wants to help you communicate. It's all about advertising, marketing, social media, learning something new, questioning things, speaking, communicating here. sitting in trining aspect over there in Taurus with Uranus. Uranus energy at 27 degrees wants to help you feel not trapped. It wants to help release you and free you from your burdens and help you do things that are more in line with your unique purpose or what you uniquely like. And it's helping you to be yourself, this energy. So it's optimistic energy. It's positive energy, these changes or these shakeups that may happen, but they're happening to help you move into more fulfilling energy. Now we've also finalized that trining grand trine. We've got Pluto down there in Capricorn going in retrograde, so it's retrograded back into Capricorn. But that's bringing energy around changes and transformations, willpower, standing up for yourself. It could be energy around other people's money or how you share yourself with other people, all coming into the light here at the moment. Now, going into a closer look at this, we've got you sitting here, Virgo in your opposition. So let's have a look. I know there's stuff going on here. Currently sitting over there in Pisces is Saturn and Neptune, but the Mercury is sitting in opposition pretty much in a tight aspect, 5-degree orb there between Neptune and Mercury. Neptune wants to release. It wants to let go of things that no longer help you in your life. Can be related to information, old ideals, old information, any blocks or hurdles that you've had around communication. It wants to dissolve them so you can move forward here in this beautiful optimistic energy that's going forward. Now we've also got let's have a look. Gemini is your sign of squaring, and it has Jupiter. Jupiter is big and expansive. It wants to make things look bigger so that they can be brought to your attention. Squaring aspect is a little bit challenging, but it offers opportunities for you to grow and change here, for you to grow as a person, for not just the situations around you to grow. I'm feeling for you to grow as a situation. Exploration with this Page of Cups, trying something new, going out there and doing things, trying something new, taking this great new positive energy and going out and trying new things with it. Now we do have the wheel in the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse position. So I feel like things either could have been stuck for you, like the wheel hadn't been moving, you hadn't been moving forward. But I'm feeling you've got this beautiful new energy coming in that wants to move you forward now, wants to start moving this energy. So I'm feeling for you to try and find ways of exploring new things, even if that means reading a book. If you're not able to explore the world, do it through a book, because we've got that energy of that Mercury in your sign wants you to take in new information. So whether you're doing that on a grand scale or you're doing that on a small scale or small escapism there, because we've got that energy of dissolving and Neptune there with the even meditation, learning new things through meditation or your spirit team, or engaging in those kind of energies. I feel that's quite good for you over this current week here. So thank you so much for joining me, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. I will see you again next week. Libra, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs, and happy Virgo and happy Libra season. The Sun has just moved into Libra today. So that means the energy is all about the Sun moving into your sign. So if you're a Sun Libra, then you've got the Sun on your natal Sun here. So, and if you're an ascendant, then you've got the Sun sitting on your ascendant sign in your first house, which means it wants to shine, allow you to shine who you are, your identity, how you express yourself, your vitality and how you feel. So your vitality and how much fuel you have. So this is the energy playing out for you, Virgo, in your opposition house, which is your Aries house. We still have Chiron there working through some past traumas that could be related to relationships if you are an ascendant Libra. If not, it's just sitting in opposition there, so it's just bringing up things from the past perhaps for you. Now we've got the Nine of Cups. It's the wish card in the tarot, so it's all about things really falling into place for you this week, wishes being granted. We've got the Queen of Cups sitting in the upright position. She sits in her power. She's all about emotions. Her strength was related relationships and people. Here, this is going to be, and having empathy for other people, but I'm feeling it's like things really falling into place around people and relationships in your life. So things feel calm and feel exciting this week. It could be a new exciting energy around relationships, or exciting things that you could be doing with the people that you love. Now, sitting over there in, let me have a look, we've got, I'll go through your trining. Okay, we've got the moon in reverse. Could be not seeing a situation completely and fully. Could bring a little bit of confusion. It could be a little bit of non-emotion, or not handling emotions very well. Now we've got overwhelmed. That's what I mean with the emotions. So we've got the 7 of Wands in the reverse. So I'm going to sit that with the moon, because it's saying that you may not be able to, something may be happening around emotions, that you're not handling emotions very well. Let me take a look why and what day that would be. So we've got you, Libra. Right now we have got the moon energy is trining your energy right now, so it is enhancing and helping you. So the moon will be helping you over the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, this energy of emotions. And I'm talking because we've got moon here, and then we've got the overwhelming, which again is an emotional energy. So that's over the next 2 days, but it's here to help you through and deal with certain emotions, or deal with having empathy for other people here. Now it will then move into Cancer, which is your squaring energy. This is where the energy is a little bit more intense for you, and I'm feeling this is where this energy is coming into play. And I'll let you know what day that will be as it moves into Cancer on the 25th of September until the 26th of December. So those 2 days you could find this overwhelming energy. It could be the moon goes, it feels like it's reverse if we're reading tarot, but that's the energy that's happening over those couple of days, as it sits in a squaring aspect to you, which is a challenging aspect. So it could feel a little bit confusing for you. Certain aspects could feel confusing. Your emotions could feel confusing to you. They could feel overwhelming to you, but it's the moon cycle, and the moon cycle is only in houses for a very short period of time, or only in signs for a certain amount of time, 2 days really. So it's quick. It's nothing too much to worry about. Focus more on this beautiful energy for the whole week, which is the 9 of Cups, and the Queen of Cups sitting in her power, so around relationships. Now we do have some big things playing out in the skies at the moment. We've got this grand trine forming in the skies over this current week with all of the earth signs. So in Virgo we've got Mercury, we've got Uranus in Taurus, and we've got Pluto in Capricorn, forming this grand trine of these energies, wanting to help mutate, change, transform, and shake up things so you can be more uniquely you, speak clearly, learn things that are more closely aligned to what you're into. So there's this beautiful energy going on around you. Don't be too concerned about this, Libra. Just be aware that over those couple of days that I mentioned, emotions may be a little more amplified, or a little bit more overwhelming over this time. But just know it's just the moon doing its thing, going through its cycle of signs, and it will only last a couple of days. So don't make any rash decisions over this time. So thank you for joining me, Libra. I will see you again next week. My name is Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs. I'm going to be reading the chart for you to let you know what's going on with the planets at the moment in the skies, and how they may affect you, as well as pulling a personal message with the tarot for you. Scorpio, let's take a look. Now you are quiet over there at the moment, but in opposition to you we've got Uranus still sitting there, and it will be there for a while. So this is in your relationship house if you are a Scorpio ascendant. So this is playing out within relationships, wanting you to not feel trapped, or feel want you to be uniquely yourself within your relationships here. Now the big things that are playing out which do affect you is we've got as I said, Taurus is your opposition, and it's got Uranus sitting there. So it is forming at the moment a grand trine in the skies between the earth suits. So we've got Mercury in Virgo, Uranus in Taurus, and Pluto in Capricorn. These planets are all working together, harmoniously to help situations. And because it's your opposition house, where one of these is playing out, which is Taurus, it does affect you, Scorpio, particularly around relationships, but if you are an ascendant Scorpio. And that means it's wanting to help communicate within relationships, or help you learn more things around relationships, make the changes and transformations that need to be made with that Pluto energy, and allow yourself to be uniquely you within your relationship and not lose yourself in relationships. That's how it affects you, Scorpio. So let's take a look here. We've got the King sitting in the upright position. He's the Ace of Pentacles. He's good with money, but I feel like it could be a sense of making wise decisions around money for you. It could be that you've made wise decisions in the past around money, which puts you in a good position now because it's sitting in this powerful position. So taking a look to see what else is going on. Neptune, let's see. I'm taking a look at, as I say, Neptune, I'm looking at what's going on with the trining signs. So your trining signs. So what planets are here to help and assist you over this current week? We have got Neptune sitting in Pisces, here to help you dissolve anything that's no longer working for you. It's also here to amplify your intuition and your meditation skills here, or you're working with spirit in some way. You're dreaming, you're astral traveling, those kind of things it's wanting to help you with. We have got Saturn also sitting there in the reverse position. Saturn, it's here to help you. It wants you to work through any problems or issues that you're having. Now you've got another king, a King of Cups. Your King of Cups is in the reverse position. It talks about detachment, or pulling your energy away from people around you, relationships around you, and this is why it's bringing me in that energy of dissolving with that Neptune. So all the hurdles that's with the Saturn that's sitting there, these two planets sitting trining your energy here. Scorpio wants to help you through certain situation. Two kings are quite powerful, so it's powerful energy. It could be related to powerful personalities around you. One is sitting in an upright position, one is sitting in a reverse position. So it could be showing that one person in a relationship is dominant and the other one is regressive or detached a little bit here, with that detachment with the King of Cups energy. Now over there in Cancer is the other one that energy is coming in to help and assist you. First of all, we've got the Scorpio, we've got the Mars energy. Mars is beautiful energy. It's quite familiar to your sign, Scorpio. It's the old ruler of Scorpio before Pluto took over here, and it's the energy of motivation, drive. It wants to work through things. It wants to get things done. It's competitive energy. It's can be conflict energy here as well. So be aware of that. This energy of these relationships with this detachment energy with the two ruling people here can be talking about relationships. So you just need to be aware with this Mars energy. It's here to help you, but it's here to help you, give you that bit more energy of standing up for yourself, or standing in your own power, a bit more drive, a bit more motivation, or a bit more passion. It's the energy that's coming in here. So we'll just pull another card here to see what's going on for the week ahead for you, Scorpio. Oh, here we go. Here's your final card. We have got the Four of Swords in the reverse position. Now, it can bring a bit of restless energy. It can also bring an energy of where you've held back. And so you've been holding back, you've been resting, not moving forward, not doing much. It could be saying that now's the time to start moving out and doing things again. With that Mars energy here to help you, give you a bit more vitality, a bit more energy, a bit more motivation, a bit more stamina is the word that I was actually looking for as I was running through those words there. So a bit more stamina coming into play for you, so you can start moving and doing more, not being so in that rest position. Now, because it's in the reverse, it's reverse. Can also bring restlessness. It can bring this energy coming in that you don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to burn this energy. You don't know what to make of it. It's like this new energy coming in, and you're thinking, it makes you feel restless in your body because you're not burning it. You're not doing anything with it. So it's like having to do something with this energy that's around you at the moment, with this Mars energy coming in to help you. So thank you so much for joining me, Scorpio. I will see you again next week. Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I'm going to be reading the astrology chart for you while I look at the planets and what they're doing in the skies at the moment and how that may be affecting you, Sagittarius. I'm also going to be pulling tarot cards for you for the week ahead, so we can see a personal message for you, and they've started to fall already. We've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. Bring a level of recklessness, not giving a lot of thought or experience, a lot of thought to the situation. Now, with it being a wand, wands are all about action. So it can also say that it's a little period of inaction at the moment around spiritual pursuits or your fire energy here. Could feel it's like in a little bit of a backward position here. Now I'm going to have a look. At the moment we've got a grand trine going on in the skies. That grand trine is between Virgo Mercury, we have Uranus in Taurus, and we have Capricorn in Pluto in Capricorn. So this energy is working together harmoniously to help certain situations. Now I'm trying to see why we've got this energy with this knight that's in the reverse position. He's not moving forward. Knights are action, and this is no action here because he's in the reverse position. So it could be that you're making decisions that are reckless or hastily made. So they're made without thought here, and I'm just checking all the dots and make sure we're still live here. As I look over here at your trining energy, first of all, we've got what's here to help you is Chiron, still sitting over there in Aries, and that wants you to work through any past traumas. I feel like you've probably already done this by now. You may need to be able to teach with those, or maybe you've recklessly not done them well enough. Maybe you need to readdress any of those things. Now we did pull a card here of the Ten of Swords. All of us tarot readers know that the Ten of Swords can bring endings. Now it could be hastily making decisions here to end certain situations in a reckless kind of way. So maybe reconsider how you're bringing things to an end or how you're getting closure in certain circumstances, because the energy feels a little bit reckless at the moment. Now, looking again over here at your fire signs, there's nothing over there. There's nothing in your sign, Sagittarius, and Leo's quiet as well. So what's squaring you at the moment, Sagittarius? Opposition to you at the moment is a Jupiter sitting in Gemini. Jupiter is a planet of expansion, luck and growth. Sitting in your opposition could be a bit of a tug-of-war energy, like you feel opportunities one moment, next minute they feel a bit of a struggle, or you're thinking that it's just struggling with the opportunities that's around you, which could be bringing in this reckless energy around changes. Now, if you're an ascendant Sagittarius, it means that this big expansion is going on within your relationships. So your seventh house across there. So it could be expansion within relationships. It could be growth or opportunities in relationships for you, Sagittarius ascendants, which is exciting news. We also have going on there for your trining, for your squaring energy. There's still a bit happening. It's where we're filling into this energy of Virgo, which is forming part of this grand trine. We've got the Mercury energy. Mercury wants to give you more information. It wants you to quest. It wants you to communicate well. I'm feeling definitely here you need to communicate well around endings, or think about things a little bit more. So put a little bit more thought and strategy into this. Don't be so reckless around ending certain situations. Be careful with the words that you use here, it's saying. So then we also have over there in Pisces, there's a lot going on over there as well. So you've got a bit in your squaring aspects, which are quite challenging. Over there is Neptune wanting to dissolve anything that's not working for you, which is what's going on here. Neptune sitting in a squaring position, and it's urging you to end certain situations. But with that Mercury sitting over there also squaring you, it's saying it wants you just to be cautious how you're doing it. Be careful of the words you use and put a little bit more thought into these situations. So, and we've also got, of course, there's Saturn sitting down there in Pisces as well. That's going to be squaring your energy as well, and that is wanting you to put in the work and the effort to overcome any hurdles or obstacles that's in your path at the moment. Your final card is the Star of Hope. Now, I was hoping for a good positive card for you, Sagittarius, because it's quite a little bit challenging here. It's not too bad, but it is saying that you just need to put a little bit more thought into it, or a bit more of a filter about how you end a certain situation. And some things do need to be dissolved, and I'm not denying that, but just make sure that you're doing it in a thoughtful way. Now, the Star of Hope says that there's hope for the future. Trust in the universe here. Go with the flow here a little bit more. Neptune only wants to dissolve things that are not working for you anymore, not part of your path, or not part of not allowing you to be your true self here. So don't feel bad about it. It's hope. There's hope for the future, and it's about following the guidance of the universe, or your guides, or God. So thank you so much for joining me, Sagittarius. I will see you again next week. Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I'm going to be reading the astrology chart for you while I pull cards for the week ahead. Let's see what the planets are doing at the moment and how they may be affecting you, Capricorn. Now, I know there's a big one affecting you because we have got the grand trine in the earth suits in the sky at the moment. Now, it's a trining aspect, which is great news for you, Capricorn, because it affects you and it's here to help you. So sitting in your house is Pluto, that's retrograded back to your first house if you're an ascendant, Capricorn. We've got the Devil card in the reverse position. So it's in the reverse position and it wants to free you from feeling trapped, which is actually what's going on with the planets as well. We've got the Uranus. Speaking of feeling trapped, Uranus wants to free you from being trapped. It wants you to make changes and transformations with that energy of Pluto, to shake things up in your life where you're feeling trapped. It wants you to liberate yourself. It wants you to free yourself from certain situations. So these planets coming together are working together harmoniously to help you push you forward, help you to do what it is that fulfills your heart, or have a life that you really want to live. So you need to liberate yourself from certain things, whether that's addictions, whether that's people, whether that's a job, or a thing that's just not working for you. This is what's playing out here. And we've got Mercury also forming part of this trining energy over there in Virgo, also an earth sign, and it wants to you to learn a little bit more, because Mercury rules learning, it learns information, it rules information, also speech and communication, social media, marketing and advertising also in this area as well. So it is a big one that's playing out for you, Capricorn. Now, and that's in your trining energy. So looking at what's going on in your opposition is Cancer. We have the moon coming up into Cancer, which is going to bring a bit of emotional attachment or emotion into this energy. Now, the Knight of Wands in the reverse position is saying that you need to put thought into whatever it is that you're doing when you're liberating yourself from certain situations that have made you feel trapped over the last few years. So you need to think about them carefully, because the Knight is an action card saying that you need to do these things, but you need to put a little bit of thought into it, especially since we have Mercury forming part of this trining energy that's going on at the moment. So I'm looking here back to your aspects. So the opposition to you, Capricorn, is Cancer. We've got the moon coming up. We've also got over there in Cancer is the Mars. Mars is bringing in a great deal of stamina and strength and courage for you to do what you need to do. So it's not holding back energy, it's courage. Now we've got the moon in reverse, because I was just about to talk about the moon. The moon's going to be moving through into your opposition. So for you, if you're in a Capricorn ascendant, that means this is playing out in your relationship house, so it could affect relationship energy around you. Now, the moon is all about your emotions and feeling nurtured or emotionally fulfilled. Mars can be passion, which is wonderful, but it can also be conflict. So it can be emotional energy which heightens in either a passionate way or a conflicting, competitive kind of way. Now, because we've got this moon card here, it asked me to talk about it, and it's asking me to talk about it in a way that's restrictive because it's in the reverse position. So it could bring some confusions around why you're feeling certain ways, but it can also bring in energy, and it's highlighting that that's in reverse. So it's just saying that this energy is going to be a little bit not so challenging but intense. It could be this intense drive or this tense being Mars sitting next to the moon. So your emotions could be heightened or overwhelming for some people, but this is the energy that's playing out, especially since they've brought my attention to the moon card over here. Now, going back through and looking also, because I know you've got a lot going on in your aspects here with your squaring energy now. So we're looking over here at Aries. Aries is still working through past wounds from the past, or being able to teach people things that you've been through that helps you in this situation. Now then we have Libra. Libra, we've just gone into Libra season. We've got the sun sitting over there. So the sun is sitting there in the early degrees. So today it's 0 degrees. On the 25th, by the 25th it will be 2 degrees. So it's sitting there in, wants to look at your vitality, how you express yourself in the world, how you shine your beautiful light, what your mission is and your soul purpose, and how you're performing that and feeling fulfilled by your life. So there could be this is asking you to what could be coming up for you, I'd say this week, but also in the weeks ahead, is some confusing kind of energy around reckless decisions that you're making maybe in haste. So be aware of not making them around the 26th or the 25th, because that's when we've got the Mars sitting next to the moon. But I'm feeling there is certain things that you do need to liberate yourself from, because we really want to focus on that squaring energy of the sun. The sun wants you to have vitality. It wants you to feel good. It wants you to feel like you're doing your life purpose, or you're getting some kind of fulfillment out of your life. So here we're needing to liberate certain things in our life that are just not working for us anymore, but put a little bit of thought into how you do that. Don't be reckless with those kind of situations or decisions. So thank you so much for joining me, Capricorn. I will see you again next week. I hope you have a beautiful week. Aquarius, sun, moon and ascendant signs, I'm going to be reading the chart for you to see what's going on with the planets in the skies and how they may affect you, as well as pulling your cards for the week ahead. Now, we do have a beautiful trining aspect in the signs, the earth signs at the moment. We've got Mercury in Virgo, we've got Uranus in Taurus, and we've got Pluto in Capricorn coming together, aspecting each other, all within tight degrees. And particularly if you've got any big planets or aspects in those earth signs that are in late degrees, say from 22 to 29, then this will affect you, Aquarius. Your house itself is quite quiet. We've had Pluto move in retrograde back to Capricorn, so it's giving you a little bit of relief. Across from you is the Leo, and Leo's quiet as well, so all's well in the relationship house. And the energy around people is also quite balanced around you. Now we have the King of Swords sitting in the upright position. He's talking about having reasoning and logic and thought into our decisions. We're needing to think about things. He's sitting in upright, he's sitting in his power, so he's sitting in quite good energy, strong energy at the moment, thinking about things well, planning, making goals, setting goals, intention and manifestation all falls in with this, I think, with what thought you put out into the world. Positive upright position is saying that you're doing this in a good way, so I'm feeling quite confident and positive for you there. Now, taking a look at your squaring positions, Uranus energy over there in Taurus is squaring you at the moment, and it is, let me just take a look at you, Aquarius. You're empty, but Taurus has Uranus, wanting you just to make plans and goals around you being uniquely you. So doing things in your life, or getting your life set up in a way that feels you're on the right track. It's what you really love. It's what you really want to do. Putting more goals in place around that, and that's what it's urging you to do at this time. Now, taking a look at your trining energy, Aries, so I can see, Aquarius, to see what it is that's going to help you over this time. We're looking at the sun over there in Libra. The sun's there wanting to bring harmonious balance and fairness and love energy, senses, sensual energy, but it's wanting to give you vitality, really increase your vitality here, and also allow you to express yourself in ways that feel uniquely you. So we've also got here, let me just take a look here, the other one is Gemini. So Gemini has Jupiter. Jupiter wants to expand things. It's the planet of luck. It's this planet of growth and expansion. So we've got some really good energy for you on the table with the planets at the moment, Aquarius. So lots going on in a positive kind of way for you, planets that are aspecting you quite positively. Now I feel, as I mentioned, this beautiful grand trine that's playing out at the moment. Here's your card. Sorry, I dropped the card. It is the Three of Wands in the reverse position, bringing a sense of re-evaluation for you, needing to reaching a part in your life where you're just re-evaluating what's working for you, what's not working for you, making new goals, as I said. So I feel that's really important there as well, with making new goals for you and putting a little bit more thought into the things that you're doing in your life, and just reevaluating your goals and making sure that they still work for you. So getting back to what I was saying there with that grand trine that's playing out within the planets that are sitting in Earth suit houses. So they are, as I mentioned, it's Mercury in Virgo, it is Uranus in Taurus, and it is a Pluto in Capricorn. Now the Uranus energy I'm most interested in because that is squaring your energy. So therefore it's got this other energy kind of lumped onto it that wants to help. So it's a helpful energy, a trine, that this grand trine's going on. So this aspect that's happening with you is a squaring aspect happening, but it's got attached to it this other trining energy that wants to help you forward, wants to propel you, it wants to push you forward. It wants to help you make changes and transformations with the Pluto in order to allow you to not feel trapped, allow you to move into your life and reevaluate it so that it is more uniquely you. You're doing what you're meant to be doing, or what makes you feel good, what lights you up. And especially since we've got that energy of the sun in trining you, which is helping you be more balanced in your life, work-life balance, balance between yourself and other people, balance between your energy and other people's energy. We're balancing those things out and reevaluating where your energy goes. Now your final card is the Nine of Cups, and it is the Wish card. It's in the upright position and it's saying that all is well. Let me move that over so you can see that one. It is the best card in the Minor Arcana, and therefore it's saying that your wishes will be fulfilled. But I do feel like you do need to sit down and strategize here, make goals, reevaluate certain things, make goals, and then you will be able to achieve. So I feel like you need to take those steps first to achieve your wishes, and your wishes coming true. So thank you so much, Aquarius. I will see you again next week. Welcome Pisces, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I'm going to be reading the chart for you while I pull tarot cards to bring messages for the week ahead. So let's take a look at what the planets are doing at the moment and how they may be affecting you, Pisces. So we have got this beautiful grand trine in the skies at the moment, which is between Mercury in Virgo, it is Uranus in Taurus, and it is Pluto in Capricorn. So these energies are working together in a harmonious way to help certain signs to propel forward or make the changes they need to make. Now, what's going on for you? We've got the Six of Swords come. She's sailing into smoother waters, calmer waters. So here I'm feeling the energy being relief is coming. So if you've been going through difficult times, it's saying that you're coming out of the woodworks, you're coming out of the heavy energy, and things are going to start moving forward for you. Now, you've got to still be careful about decisions that you make, because we've got that Knight of Wands in the reverse energy, and he's saying he's either not moving, he's not progressing, because Knights are all about action, and he's not moving at all, or you're making reckless decisions or reckless movement at this time. So you need to be careful not to be too reckless with your motions or actions at this time. Now we've got the Page of Swords in the upright position, and the Page of Swords is all about curiosity with learning. So we're talking about the mental realm here. So, you know, taking an interest in new things, or if there's something you're curious about, you need to look into learning these things. Now we've got big planets playing out in your house, your first house if you're a Pisces ascendant, which is still your and they'll be there for a while yet. It's still that Saturn sitting there, and Saturn wants you to work through things, work through challenges and overcome challenges, but don't do them in a reckless way. Relief is coming. You're moving through this, and the Neptune is sitting there at 28 degrees retrograde, so it's gone back in a little bit more into your sign, and it's wanting to help you to tap into your spirituality a little bit more. Could be bringing in a sense of escapism, wanting just to escape the world, wanting to sleep a lot, wanting to detach from the world a little bit. I'm feeling here a sense of detachment going on with this energy here. Neptune obviously rules your sign, and it's sitting in your sign, and I'm feeling there's challenges that come with that. So challenges being the Saturn come with that sense of being tired all the time or wanting to escape the world. So instead, look at things you're curious about the world, about learning, and about looking into learning new skills or learning new information. And it's about, instead of wanting to escape the world, why not learn something new and interesting that's positive instead of looking at negative things. So don't be too reckless with what you're engaging in as well. So looking at negative social medias and looking at things that are negative going on around, or even mainstream media. So all the negative things that's going on around you, I feel that's really affecting you at the moment with this energy with the planets as well. I'm feeling all this energy could make you feel tired. It could make you feel reckless, but I'm feeling you need to move through out of that kind of energy into calmer waters. So start focusing on more calmer things and take a curiosity in other things that are softer and gentler for your energy, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again next week.